Jeez Louise.
Jeez freaking Louise, guys.
That should be a sitcom about Louise. She's Louise.
She's Louise, our cat.
And every time she does something crazy or freaky, they're like, she's Louise.
She's Louise. Whenever she commits mass murder, they're like, she's Louise.
Well, wasn't that why you got her?
Yeah. The day after I got her, she killed 2 mice.
Yeah. That's a great cat right there.
Yeah, that's a good one. Really dancing for her dinner.
Have you seen that video of the guy that's like, that's a great cat right there?
No. Is it me?
It's cute. It's like a guy petting a cat. He's like, look, he's not scared at all.
Just like an average Joe.
Yeah.
Recognizing the greatness of a cat.
Yeah, yeah.
No! Asshole! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thingus. Sorry for the late start today. We had some tech troubles, which I'm sure will be fascinating for you, so let me regale you with stories of how my laptop is old.
Yeah, I was having tech troubles all day because I told you that I was trying to get some games on a USB stick, and I was like, maybe I'll be able to put some on this big one if I can figure out how to back it up. And then like an hour later, I was like, this is hell, I'm giving up. I was trying to back up my Wii U data, and there's no way to do it. Like, there's no tool, and the hackers haven't even made something that lets you back up.
There's no cloud solution.
Well, you have to use the Wii U, and mine's out of commission because the gamepad doesn't work.
Well, yeah.
The game is taking pity on me. Look at, give me the guides again.
If I'm, yeah, I know. They were like, aw,
buddy.
Sucks. Oh, you suck. Well, how we sounding? How we looking tonight? I mean, I know how we're looking. How are we sounding?
Good.
Good. Lots of mic trouble, but no, not.
You posted the picture, right?
I posted. No, I didn't post the picture because my computer was about to die, so I couldn't post it.
It's fine.
We do have a thumbnail. It exists, but yeah, we just barely made it by the skin of our ass tonight. But we're here for you. We're here for Thingus. I was just about to say, what have our viewers done for us lately?
Besides watch,
besides faithfully tune in and watch us resolve extremely boring old tech problems on live internet TV. Did you ever think you'd be a broadcaster, Joe?
I had it rotated. I hit the wrong button.
Did you ever think you'd be a broadcaster, Joe?
A broadcaster? I don't know. I guess not. That's kind of a recent thing for me. I've always been doing videos and shitty posts online, but recently I feel like the best way to be is just like in front of a microphone where nobody can get you.
Nobody can get you because...
It's like, come and kill me.
Yeah.
Do it. That's how freeing it is to be a broadcaster instead of a poster. Come and kill me. Like on Twitter, they actually will, but here it's like no one cares. Nobody pretends to give a shit.
Yeah, you're saying that tauntingly on Twitch. It's true. No, it's what I needed. It's really what I needed. You ever feel like, you know, like I feel like, you know, during the pandemic, we all had this sense that like, look, I know the pandemic's not over yet. Let's just pretend, let's just all agree that the absolute worst part where we didn't know if we'd die from it is over. No? We can't agree on that? Come and kill me then. But like, you know, during the pandemic, when we were all in lockdown, I think we all kind of had the sense that like we are going to emerge from this different, but we don't know how. Well, personally, I became a streamer. I think when I entered the pandemic, I would be categorized as one of those highly self-conscious posters. I was really scared of people being mad at me. And to an extent, I still flinch. You know, there is a...
That's it.
I still hear...
People are still mad.
I still hear them. They're still mad, but...
You have a button that turns the music off.
And I can turn them off too. No, I'm still, you know, I'm still flinching. We're all a little scarred by those years.
But like the pandemic showed us that social media is just too disgusting. It's just too toxic and terrible, right? Like,
well, it's just like, well, I think it's just that like I realized that people's negative feelings didn't come from like an actual, I mean, it stems from like an actual sense of like morality and injustice and an a civic obligation to fight that. But that wasn't the reason they were mad today. The reason they were mad today is they were on a platform. They were addicted to a platform that every day when they logged in was encouraging them to be that way so that it can continue to exist. The second they're not like that anymore, the platform can't exist anymore. And, you know, true to form, when I left, you know, every time I've returned, it looks more like that than it used to. You know, like and by return, I don't mean I'm one of those people who's promising to leave forever and keeps coming back every few minutes. When I go there literally twice a week or once a week to make a post about something else to try and drive traffic from Twitter to another place, I notice that people are still mad, but in a more artificial seeming way than last time.
yeah.
Like in a more of a, they got the daily brief about what to be mad about and they're following it exactly as they should. And that means that, you know, if I don't know a person and they're mad at me, then I don't really take that to heart. And if I know a person and they're mad about me, about, you know, things on social media, I just chalk that up to like, my friend is struggling. And look, this is all just in my head, by the way. None of my friends are mad at me, as far as I know.
But they are in your head.
In my head they are, but I've decided for my own sanity that if any of my friends are mad at me, they will either tell me, or I will have to assume that they are unfortunately addicted to a negative feeling and are currently pointing it in my direction.
Oh, come on, I killed it.
Yeah, you killed it.
I should have gotten a live.
Well, now you get a, aw, he sucks.
Oh no, it's pitying me.
This one's beautiful, by the way. Like the colors.
Yeah. Yeah, someone put this together by hand.
It's lovely.
Oh, it's so easy now.
So freaking easy. They should let you use that for every level.
You could do that with Game Genie. It's so freaking sweet. But yeah, the thumbnail, which nobody saw.
Sorry, Joe.
What?
And sorry, all of you.
It had a reference to Hong Kong 97 on it. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
It's like what I think is probably the most bootleg game ever made. It's like we should play it. Maybe we have it actually.
So by most bootleg, you mean that the people who bootlegged it are the least self-conscious about it?
Maybe, yeah. Like it's a really unfinished game. It's like a really shitty game. It's like a parody of something.
It's a parody?
It's a parody.
That's funny.
Just funny when they do a parody and it looks the same, but in cartoon form.
Yeah, but it's a freaking reference.
What, you didn't get the reference? Oh man, we gotta watch Cool Hand Luke. You didn't get the you gotta see the egg scene. It's exactly the same as in the parody.
It's exactly the same. Like, that's a selling point.
Yeah, it's the exact same, like, you know, like there was probably at some point where they did like the part. Yeah, they do a part that's like a parody of the like breakfast making machine from Pee-wee, and it's like,
man, that's so freaking funny.
It was so funny when it just like does the exact same thing.
It's so funny when they took a funny joke and the joke is that remember.
And it was also much better in live action.
Yeah, no, making a Rube Goldberg style machine in cartoon form is not as hard.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, that's what Rube Goldberg was doing, but Tim Burton went to the trouble of making that fucking machine sequence for you.
Yeah, that was to sell the movie, so you didn't walk out and go into big.
Right. We were just talking about that tonight. Mike was talking about a time when his family went to the theater and the kids really wanted to. I didn't catch all the story. I'm piecing it together by what I know of his mother. The kids wanted to see Big, but she saw that it was rated PG, so she was worried that it would have something inappropriate in it. And what was the movie they saw?
I mean, I feel like that's a critical part of the story. I wouldn't have told the story.
I thought I would remember the name of the movie as I began. Help.
This is just like before when I asked Mike for help with the audio.
We need him to come up and tell the story.
Yeah, tell the story because Meredith botched it.
I botched it so bad.
Botched it. You fucking botched it. She really botched it. You made a botched bit. Let's play something else.
Botched bitch. That's me. Did that just come out of you as you stood up?
What?
That clown laughter?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a botched bitch tonight. I'm botching things left and right.
I don't know which, if we do have that game, I don't know which category it's under. It's not USA or Japan. It's like Chinese.
Oh, right. So it wouldn't be under any of these categories?
Well, I mean, I'll check English because that's like.
Is it in English?
I think the title is in English.
Yeah, Joe made a goofy clown noise. We don't know how. Sometimes during the stream, you just hear. Oh, man. Wait, what does he think I am, a waiter?
Where the hell is H? Like,
maybe you're in enter password again.
Oh my god. Nah, we don't have it. We don't have it.
Well, what would you like to play instead?
Let's do some GameCube.
Sure. You don't want to play the Jetsons?
Did we do that already?
Did we?
I remember playing the Jetsons. It sucked.
It sucked. Well, I'm just imagining, like, all the sprites in those games look like the shittiest drawing of a Hanna-Barbera character you've ever seen. You know, where they're just standing smiling with their mouth a little bit open and their hands folded behind their back.
Yeah, it's like I think there was something interesting about this game. There's like a vacuum mechanic. George has like a vacuum and he uses it to like stick to walls and stuff.
I see. Now, has the Jetsons been basically scrubbed from our cartoon canon?
Has it?
Well, our parents forced us to watch this shit, but I feel like kids since us have not been subjected to the Jetsons.
It's not required anymore.
No.
They don't force you to watch that anymore.
I don't think so. They're showing you Earth.
It's not even blowing up.
Yeah, didn't Earth blow up at the beginning of in the intro of the Jetsons? Doesn't the Earth explode?
I mean, that's what we always said, but like they always refer to them living on Earth, so
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Right, they just live extremely elevated from the Earth.
I mean, this looks like the show.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was the draw of the Super Nintendo, that they could make 2D cartoons come to life. And in my imagination, like, the next generation of consoles was going to make this even better.
Yeah.
But it basically stopped, right?
Well, kinda. The N64 sprites were all really low res like this.
Yeah. And PlayStation didn't do any 2D shit.
No.
I guess I thought, just based on the quality of like the Street Fighter arcades and stuff like that, that we were going to get even better 2D animation. But then as soon as 3D was fully, proliferating the culture, we stopped making 2D animation. So
That dog is straight out of the Chip and Dale game.
Chip and Dale game. It's pretty good looking.
Yeah, this game's not too bad actually.
How's it play?
It's, like I said, it's got kind of an interesting, like, I've never played a game that had this gameplay, so I'll give it that.
He's using a vacuum cleaner, which, like, I've been made to believe these were rendered obsolete by the modern conveniences of the modern home conveniences of the age.
I mean, when will we ever get rid of vacuums? When we stop producing dust?
Yes. Well, yeah, but they also have a maid that does it, and she's a robot.
Yeah, but he's not cleaning with this.
No, right? He's using it to suck up bad guys.
Yeah, well, the robots are causing more inconvenience than convenience.
They really are. Look at this mess. Oh, cool. You get to zoom through transport pipes in this game.
Well, like, if you bring back the Jetsons, the first thing that happens is George gets fired and replaced by a machine.
Right. It's obvious he's not doing anything at his job.
Well, what he does at his job is already so part of the, like, machine. It's like a button that he pushes.
Right. I mean, the Jetsons just shows you, like, man's detachment from work. Like, Jane doesn't do any work either. She just sits around all day and pushes buttons and acts like she's exhausted from it.
Well, yeah, I mean, she goes shopping all day. That's a busy job.
Oh, yeah, no. She's busy shopping all day with George's money.
Yeah.
Which he didn't earn because the computer did all his work.
It's about to take his money
Yeah.
and his wife and his family.
Rudy is his computer, right? He does all the work.
Right. Rudy. He talks to it.
George.
So, like, yeah, I guess, like, if he wasn't such an incompetent employee, then he wouldn't have gotten fired. Well, that's the official reason, but I feel like it's probably got more to do with the fact that you don't even really need him.
Well, then why doesn't George spend some time with his kids? They're in their own world.
Yeah, they don't care about him. They're living in space. They're on a different level.
Yeah, Judy is listening to rock and roll music. Elroy, what is Elroy like? He's into robotics too, right?
Yeah, he's like how Barney Rubble was in the Flintstones. He was like, "Oh, Fred, Elon Musk just tweeted something. That means it's the next big thing. It's the future, Fred."
Right. He tells him what's going on. He's not really much of a character on his own.
He's always doing the same thing, Elroy. He's always like, "Dad, it's called warp drive. Don't you know anything?" He's
right.
"Oh, I'm getting fired, aren't I?"
Yeah. But then Elroy explains to his dad that universal basic income has been a thing for a long time now.
His dad, you don't even need to go to work.
Who told you?
Why do you do that? Like, he does it because it's like a weird human ritual that the robots just work around.
Yes, they're like, well, we need to make these humans feel important because they need to create value through what they imagine to be work somehow. Otherwise, they're completely alienated from their very own existence.
Well, then wouldn't the robot takeover, like, gigantic war between us just be like completely manufactured by them? Like, oh, they're having fun. The humans are having fun killing us and thinking they're winning.
Right. We'd be in a constant battle with them. And they know that, and they don't get, like, they know they could just immediately kill us all whenever they wanted, but they wouldn't do that because, wait, why?
Why wouldn't they kill us immediately?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the Matrix explored this idea somewhere, and it's
the Matrix needs the Matrix needs human energy to run.
Yeah. So the idea is that we still need George Jetson to push a button if all of the computer software fails.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. He is the one failsafe against complete robot annihilation.
That was the plot of the Jetsons movie. He needs to push a button to save humanity.
Oh, really? That's hilarious because that's literally all he does. Like, he doesn't do anything else with his life. Wow, we've really gotten to the bottom of this one. I'm sure you're very familiar with the theory that the Flintstones live at the bottom of the Jetsons world, right?
Oh my God. So like at the bottom, but wouldn't they have like a lot of technology? Oh yeah, they do have a lot of technology.
Yeah, the Jetsons, the Jetsons civilization, they just drop 2001 style monoliths on the Flintstones every time they're dying in a way that annoys them. Whenever the Flintstones get a disease that's killing them and like would just literally involve like, you know, penicillin, they just like airdrop that shit and it changes everything down there and they don't care.
It's the next big thing, Fred. It's called coronavirus. We're all gonna get one. What should we play? We got a few games. You want to do some Smash?
Let's do some Smash. I'm gonna do this. I don't normally have a smoke on the show, but it's been a challenging night. Let's have some fun. And I haven't played this game since God knows when. When did we play this game together? Because we definitely did.
Like never. Maybe once.
I must have played it with my friends then. You and I have never played it together.
I played it a million times with my brother, but I feel like you and I played it maybe once together.
Well, let's make it twice, eh?
Hey. Yeah, let me just, sorry, I'm just fixing this. I'm just replacing the batteries in this.
So would you say that this is where Smash really found its identity? Is this like the best iteration?
I mean, that is the belief of many players, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it looks really good.
Let's watch this cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the first game was also really fun, but I feel like by this point they knew how beloved this game was. It's going a little bit slow.
Going a little slow. Struggling. Let's hope.
Yeah. It's emulated.
I'm gonna be like
not
that
emulated,
Donkey Kong shrugging his shoulders when it stops working.
But yeah, like the great pre-rendered cutscene at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that you want to watch like every time.
Yeah, I always did. This looks so good on this TV, like perfect.
Yes, it looks exactly as it should. Oh, cute. Wait, why are we seeing this now?
Because it's like...
the music is a little behind.
Yeah, it's off by like 20 seconds.
Quite a few seconds. Well, let's find out what happens.
I think you have to hit start.
I'm not getting a start here.
Can I? It wasn't on.
It wasn't on. Oops. Why would I even be able to go back? Millie?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely is this struggling more than average?
The game is not working properly. There's no audio for sound effects.
All right, well, we'll do our best, won't we?
Also, my controller's not on.
Not working at all?
We didn't unplug something over there, right?
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
Maybe so.
Oh, it needs to be like a frequency. Nothing, huh?
Yeah, it's not working.
I was having trouble with that controller yesterday.
Oh, really?
Or last time we played.
Yeah.
Well, let's just take turns hitting each other.
Oh wait, I think you have to. Can you click where it says NA?
NA?
Like the other players. Yeah, click that.
No.
No. The NA above. Yeah.
Oh.
Click it again.
I can make you real? No.
No, I guess not.
Yeah, they're all just CPU. I can make myself a CPU. We could just give this game over to the computers.
Yeah, we could just watch the computers fight.
All right. How do we want to do this? Do you want to play a little bit?
Sure.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, let me just do like one player.
Yeah.
I'll just do like fun whatever. What is it called again? Adventure mode.
Yeah, adventure mode.
I don't know why the sounds aren't working, but we're probably not going to play this for that long.
No. I guess we need to actually buy these games if we want to play them correctly on the hardware.
Or get them back from our brother.
Yes, that's right. He's still got them.
Yes.
Is this a problem for you guys? Your adult siblings have the game and like there was, all right. So for a number of years, nobody cared about the games at mom's house, right? Right? Like every once in a while you'd come home and take a game if you had the console, right? But there were a lot of games at mom's house.
Oh yeah. Like you were like, hey Joe, you want my Dreamcast?
Yeah, I
that
didn't
was
care.
like 15 years ago.
I didn't care.
And then you just like came crawling back for that Dreamcast.
Begging on my knees for that
yeah.
Dreamcast. Because like the older you get,
Game's not working.
Yeah,
well, sorry guys.
Guess we're not playing it at all. Sorry everyone. Well, I mean, we can just do plenty of Super Nintendo shit tonight if you want.
Well, I want to try some of the other games I brought.
Oh, do you have GameCube?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give that a shot. Last time Luigi's Mansion worked just fine.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion works if this stuff don't work. I wanted to play a game that I never played because I couldn't get a sense of if it was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't get a sense from the reviews if it was worth buying.
And you didn't want to spend $60 to find out.
Yeah, like I didn't want to make Dad spend $60.
Right. What year is this?
2005.
Right. Fusspot says to this day they regret selling their Genesis and giving away their PlayStation. I know. God, like when I think about the amount of times I did stuff like that, I had an iPod, like I had like not a first generation iPod, but a very early like 20 gig iPod, and it something about it stopped working, and I probably could have fixed it, but instead I mailed it to like some guy I like just like an internet friend who was like, I was thinking of doing like a little art project with a broken iPod. I'll take it. I mailed it to that guy who definitely never did anything with it. I think about that shit pretty frequently, I must say.
I have a story like that. This also isn't working. I gave my PSP to my friend because he wanted to make it. It was broken. I gave it to him because he wanted to like hide the fact that he lost his from his mom.
That's hilarious.
So I gave him my broken PSP and I never got it back.
I mean, you did him a real solid there. I mean, I think like now in 2024, he can probably let his mom know that he broke his PSP. Or lost it, right? He lost it.
I think he may have sold it and bought drugs with it.
Oh, well, okay. That might still be a little too painful to admit to his mom. Maybe just a bit.
Yeah.
Well, you did your friend a solid, but also you enabled him in his debilitating addiction
and he never shared with me. I was over at his house all the time. We would play video games together, but he would never share his fucking weed with me.
Oh my God. Wait. He sold it to buy weed? How badly do you fucking need weed, dude?
I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did with it.
All right,
he may have broken it for all I know, but he was always on drugs. He was always high. So I suspect that he got rid of it, for money. For
money. Well, yeah, it is. That is dishonest enough to be painful for many years. So he probably does still need it, is what I'm saying. You should let him keep it until probably until about 3 days before his mother dies, when he admits all of this to her in the hospital. And then you can be like, dude, can I have my fucking PSP back?
All right, we're blasting through these games.
Blaisdell says, I sold my 360 and all of my games to GameStop for like $30. Oh shit, I'm sorry, but that's so funny.
That's painful, yeah.
I think we all realized at some point, like, shit, it's getting harder and harder to own things. And also, a lot of the things I used to love are becoming inaccessible now. I can't get them any other way. I would have to buy it all over again. And now there's a huge secondary market for video games that makes all of the original games basically the price they originally sold for, if anybody still likes the game. You can still get the games truly did stop, yes. You can get shitty games for cheap, but you can't get a good game for much cheaper than it originally went for. You can get like a few mass-produced, cheap, excellent games like, you know, Super Mario World and stuff like that, right? Everything else costs more than, you know, $5 at this point. And that means that within the last few years, a lot of adult children have been hitting up mom for all that shit they left at her house when they moved on with their lives. I'm certain this must be happening right now. It's you know, millennials' delight.
What happened to my copy of Pikmin and Pikmin 2? They weren't there?
They weren't at mom's?
I don't know. I think somebody stole them just to buy drugs.
Somebody just fucking took them. Yeah, where's Pikmin? Where's Pikmin? Nobody would have taken Pikmin. All right. I'm not gonna get too specific about it. Who I think might have taken Pikmin on the show, but we'll sort this one out. All right. Someone in the chat says that this game causes them stress, but with an XD. So obviously, they're not in pain. Do you care to tell us what is most stressful about this game to you? I have my own reasons I'm not playing this game right now. This is a beautiful and innovative and fascinating game, but I do not want to command an adorable army.
Why? You don't want to see them die?
They die. You literally throw them into monsters' mouths. They die so much and they're okay. They trust you. They don't care.
They need me to survive. So yeah. I'm like their mom.
No, it's fascinating, right? Like the relationship you have with these Pikmin. But when you give it a moment's consideration, it all seems very cruel.
I mean, yeah, like look what happens when they fall into the water. No!
Right, like you're trying to save them, but it's also like, by necessity, their lives can't be worth that much individually.
They're all worth something.
Well, in numbers, they're very powerful.
Yeah, but even one is capable of doing things.
Yeah, Hungriest Clone thinks that it feels like a waste whenever even one of them dies. It's hard to keep them alive, and it's stressful to keep them alive.
Should I use the ones with flowers? Oh, none of them have flowers. That makes it easy. Yeah, and like some of these can hold bombs, and if those go off when there's Pikmin around, they all just die.
Oh my God.
Like, no matter how many are in an area, if they're all there, they all die.
They all die, and then you just keep going. You just keep moving, looking for more. It's like Sonic losing his rings.
Yes. Well, yeah, like these ones, you throw yellow ones at them, and they carry it to the yellow hive and make yellow guys.
Make yellow guys. They've got their little flowers that come out.
Okay, so I can bomb this wall.
Is, you know, this is what video games are all about. This is like, I feel like this is a video game nerd's dream. This game.
This game's really good. Yeah, like what a great concept and execution. Mm-hmm. This is still probably the best one in the series, right?
The original?
Yeah.
I didn't play any of the others. Oh, I played the new Pikmin. So tell me, did you fast forward through any tutorials?
Well, I started a game that was already started.
Okay. All right. I would be very curious. Also, this seems cruel to me that it was sleeping, and the way he's taken out where his eyes close really hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
And then they carry him away. It all just seems like the cruel insect world, you know? Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that looks amazing too. And they're gonna carry him away.
Yeah, they turned him into more guys.
Oh my god. They're taking them back to the nest. This is like tactical battle games and Sim Ant combined.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, and with the Nintendo charm that they're all cute little fellas. Yeah, they cry out when they die. They experience pain. Just because they seem to be somewhat flora in nature doesn't mean they don't experience pain. I know that's what you people tell yourselves at night. Yeah, you know, you drop them into the boiling pot, they don't feel anything.
I mean, are they plants? Are they vegetables?
They seem to be both vegetable and animal. Can you get him out of there?
I'm trying.
He's so fucked. You're gonna have to let him go.
I think you can keep him alive if you just keep whistling
You
at
whistle
him.
so you'll just do this for the rest
Oh
of the
my
night.
god. Got him out.
Yeah! They are important.
Yeah, even one sucks to lose.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to get 10 over there so they can push this box.
Ah.
Yeah, I feel like this game came at a time when Nintendo had already staked out most of their like main like game franchises and whatever. Like, damn it. And like they actually came up with another original game that was really good.
Yeah, seriously.
Real
like
time.
How many franchises has
God,
Nintendo come
goodbye.
up with lately?
I don't think that many. The last one I remember was ARMS.
ARMS? I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah, it didn't seem, I didn't get it. It didn't seem that interesting to me.
Is Nintendo
No!
Splatoon?
Yeah. No!
Okay. No. Oh, no. Nintendo's Splatoon, so that's more
Yeah.
recent than Pikmin.
Yeah. Splatoon is fun.
I've only watched children play it. But,
Yeah.
you know, they love it so much. Is Splatoon one of those games that has a little guy mode where like a child with no skills at all can play and they don't have to worry about dying and stuff?
Not really. There is a weapon, like the paint roller is kind of for beginners.
Okay.
So like if you're a more advanced player, you use like the sniper rifle.
Yeah. I tried to play Mario Wonder with Oscar, but I can barely fucking keep up.
Yeah.
You know? He can't keep up.
No, it was too hard when I remember playing that with him. And you know, like it's a Mario game, so they don't fuck around with the like platforming, right? They want you to get your money's worth, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think it's unfortunate that, you know, multiplayer, like, no, I guess
God, they're
nobody would stand
dying.
for taking turns anymore. Everything's got to be multiplayer.
Oh yeah, you
And
don't
it
like
just-
the Mario games with like multiplayer in them.
Yeah, it's just like one of the skill levels of Super Mario games has never been to quickly keep up with like a fast scrolling platform. Like there are a couple of like slow scrolling platformers like within like the Mario games, but for the most part you're not using that skill at all. You're scrolling the screen at your own pace, and Mario Wonder is demanding of you that you in multiplayer mode, scroll the screen at the pace that everybody else has set.
Yeah.
So that just didn't feel not very Mario to me. It just did not have that same feing. Oh my god, did you get them through?
I hate them. They're dead. No, they're alive, but oh, thank you.
Oh my god, finally. That took so long.
Yeah, like this day is evaporating. If you don't get your Pikmin back, I hear one drowning. If you don't get your Pikmin back when the sun sets, they die.
Jesus. And you can't get him from that side. Go in the water with him and take. Oh, you can move him?
Yeah, you can like lure him away. Although I guess
he can't climb.
No, I can't either.
You have to go out the other side.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is taking up all day. Oh my god. Bye.
I think that's another thing about Pikmin. That I don't like games with internal clocks.
Oh yeah, it is very taxing to have to like. Yeah, like it just jingled, indicating that I have a quarter of a day left.
Yeah, that's too stressful. Like I remember when fucking King's Quest games had internal clocks. Unfortunately I can't stand to play those games anymore because they just stress me out way too much. The Zelda games, not Ocarina of Time, but Majora's Mask with the fucking time limit all day, right?
Yeah.
No, I can't do it.
That is a lot, yeah.
Scary.
That game is scary.
Yeah, I often transition from day to night in my games, and it is always event-based and not ever time-based because I can't stand the stress of time.
Yeah, and like having to do something over again.
Yeah.
I hate that.
No. I'm too traumatized from doing that as a kid. Timbalisto, welcome. Your electricity just came on after 36 hours. Oh my god. Everybody okay? That's a long time without electricity. I love that you came here. Harrowing 36 hours in the dark. All your food ruined. No AC. Where you live? You live somewhere hot? Oh my god. Oh my god. Terrible, harrowing night for you. And day. And here you are tuning into Thingus.
Yes, that's what everyone needs when their life is not going so well.
Just a little Thingus. A little Thingus. We're here to make you forget about that. Okay, you'll be getting some new food tomorrow. Michigan's hot. Oh. Well, that's upsetting to me because I just wrote an email today to a friend visiting Michigan. Have a fun time in cool, refreshing Michigan. Right now, my friend is looking at that email like, what the fuck are you talking about? Hot Michigan. Well, today was like 100 degrees here.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even think if we didn't have the AC on. But I did get out this morning for a run. It was a cool, crisp 75 degrees when I woke up. So I just went out there and I did it. It's pouring sweat. I went up those maniac staircases. I walked up them. I couldn't stand to run. But as I was walking up, 3 teenagers ran up like their morning workout routine is to just run up those stairs. And they were hurting. They were really hurting. I almost said to them, "You got it, man." And I was like, they don't want to hear me say that. Another thing that happened during my run this morning, on the way down the hill, I didn't take the stairs. I went down a very, very steep hill sidewalk road. And I picked the wrong one because there was a construction site. And there was a shit collecting truck that from somewhere in like a 4-block vicinity was moving shit from one place to another. And you know, when you're running, especially in the heat, you're like really like gulping air. And it just smelled so fucking bad. It just smelled so fucking terrible for 3 blocks. And I hadn't even gotten to the truck with the shit yet. It already smelled bad. So I did my best to like take my last really big breath, and then I just flew down that hill. I bounded like one giant step after another, just falling down that hill and controlling my fall with my lungs filled with already shitty air to avoid inhaling more shit on the way down. And it actually worked out pretty well. Because it turns out I wasn't using a lot of oxygen because it was a downhill run. So I was able to hold on to that for a long time. And by the time I got down there, it didn't smell that bad anymore. But yeah, that was a close one.
Yeah, if you lose them, you can see where they are on the map.
Oh, I see. Oh, man. I really could watch this all night. This is really very lovely.
Yeah. But I remember something from a really long time ago. Like, I remember playing this game for the first time, and I was feeling kind of sick. So I was on some medication and feeling kind of high for the first time playing this game.
He's high for the very first time. He's high for the very first time. No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about when you were a kid and you were home playing video games and you were also kind of high because you were on medication.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there getting high playing video games like you would do for the rest of your life. And the music sounded a little swimmy.
Yeah.
Everything felt different. Your body felt different. Oh my God. I know what you mean. I stayed home playing video games after more than one surgery that involved some sort of medication. Or just an incredibly nasty flu in which I was basically on NyQuil for days.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was Sudafed is like something that they don't sell anymore.
Because something they don't give to children anymore.
Something that they don't give it at all.
Does Sudafed not exist anymore?
I don't know. I feel like they don't make Sudafed with pseudoephedrine anymore.
Oh, I see. Well, it was great while it lasted, eh?
Yeah, I miss that shit.
That's what you used to play video games too.
There's like a TikTok of this guy talking about it, like how you know, the Quaaludes back in the day were so great, and you can't get that shit anymore.
No, you can't get lewds anymore. That's us talking about our fucking video game medication. Yeah.
Oh,
we're just
my
like,
God.
man, it was so different back then. The stuff you could get.
Dude, these games were so fucking good. You kids these days, you don't even know. Well, I mean, we were all on pseudoephedrine. It was different. If you don't get it, it's not your fault. You just weren't there.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he bombed himself. Oh.
Oh man.
All for what?
All for what?
For a screw. So the story is that, oh shit. The story is that I have to find the parts of my broken spaceship so I can survive. And they're all behind walls and shit. So I need the Pikmin to like drag him back to the base. But oh my God, this is really not good. I need more Pikmin than this.
So one of the things I was curious about that maybe we can check out before you finish with this game for the night is just how much tutorial are we forced to watch in the first Pikmin game?
Oh, do you want me to show you? Do you want me to like
whenever
start
you're done
a new
playing.
file? Wait, when I'm done playing? All right, let me finish this day.
Yeah, just like there's something like so fucked up about like a backyard filled with giant dead bugs that are being carried away.
Oh my God, these walls, these black walls are the strong ones.
They just hit the wall with their little heads.
Yeah. Oh my God, Pikmin are such a pain in the ass in Smash Brothers because they added Olimar and he can throw Pikmin and they do this to you.
Wow.
They're just stuck on you
Just
and
playing the bongos on you.
yeah. I should have gotten more. There's so many walls. Oh wait, is that the one that goes like directly to the house? Yeah, it is. Well, I guess the bombs regenerate. Sorry.
Oh, no. Yeah, let's continue talking about Pikmin before I change the subject. Unless you're ready for me to change
Oh,
this.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I just wanted to see if you want to talk about going to the drive-in this weekend.
Oh, yeah. No! Yeah, the drive-in. Fun allowed.
Fun, yeah. Extremely
Standing
fun
on
allowed.
top of the car allowed.
Yeah. There were kids at the drive-in. I'll back up in a second. There were kids at the drive-in just dancing on top of their parents' cars.
Fun.
That's fun, and it was allowed. Nobody
and they
had
had
a
a sunroof.
It had a sunroof, so they were dancing up there and then jumping down through the sunroof and then climbing up out the sunroof again. It was like they were like Pikmin up there, just beep, beep, and then go down into the hole and come back out again. They were having the time of their lives, doing something, just doing something chaotic.
They still have drive-in movie theaters.
They do. There aren't many, and Mahoning Drive-In is very special. That's in Pennsylvania in the Mahoning Valley, and it is a drive-in theater that also allows camping. You can come in your car or in your very small camper van, which is our situation, and you can camp there overnight. So like, you know, when the screenings end at midnight, you can just go to bed instead of like driving the hour plus back to Philadelphia.
That was so much fun.
I'm so glad you came.
Yeah. That was great.
I hadn't done it in a while. I was really happy to be able to go. But I was extra glad that you enjoyed it. So they have a massive projector, and they only show, or as much as possible, mostly they show 35 millimeter prints of every film they screen. And most weeks it amounts to like a lot of gore and culty sleaze films. There's a John Waters festival in a couple of weeks that I really hope I'll be able to go to. But they do stuff for the kids too. So they screened it was supposed to be The Lion King and Aladdin. That was what we originally signed up for. My son was emotionally unprepared for it to turn out to be The Little Mermaid instead of The Lion King, and it took a little convincing that it would be okay. You're gonna love The Little Mermaid, and he did. He loved it so much. He sat in my lap, and I held my little 6-year-old boy and thought about being 6 years old watching The Little Mermaid. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience to watch that movie with him, sitting with me the entire time. And then Aladdin was after that. Felt like seeing it in the theater again. This is like I feel like this is the most hardcore pain nostalgia has done to me so far. This may be the first time where I'm like, this feeling is evil because it's too special. Like it's evil to indulge this. Don't indulge this. Felt like a sin. And yet I could not help myself. It was so wonderful to experience this. And I think it's a very special, very, very unique experience. To go to the movie theater and watch a movie from your childhood with your child. And for them to love it, for them to really enjoy it. And then Aladdin, and he stayed up all night. This kid who usually falls asleep around 8:30, he stayed up all night watching these movies. It was really, really special. And Mahoning Drive-In itself is great because they've always got they've got like a big old snack shack and like a vintage market where you can pick up like records and old videotapes and like posters and stuff. And because of the kids, they also had like a vintage toy market there. Oh, what a trap nostalgia is, truly. But everything they screen, they do some kind of event for. So when they screened Back to the Future, there were 2 guys there with decked out DeLoreans, and you could get in one of those things and take a picture. So cool. When I experienced that was the first thing I said. This is like Comic-Con without everything that sucks about it. It was like, all right, yeah, we are all here to indulge in our adoration of something. But we just pay for the food and we pay for the cost of admission, and we get like so much more than that worth. Like, nobody is trying to like scrape every fucking penny out of us. Like, they just need enough money to keep the theater going. It is a passion project. It was a passion project for the guy who founded it all. I believe his name is John Maddox. He died like maybe 6 months ago, and all the people who love the theater are picking up the pieces now, taking charge now that he's gone. They no longer have his guidance, but they did a wonderful job. Like, this is the first time I've gone since he died. And they're doing a wonderful job there. They're fine. Yeah, they show all kinds of funny ads that you've never seen before. Just like ancient ads. I will never be able to communicate to an audience what is so special about this place, but I hope you'll get to go someday. It is really special. People come from far and wide to stay there and see a movie. And yeah, I really hope I get to go back this season. It's great. I feel like I got very solemn about all of this. What do you want to say about the weekend?
Let's see. Solemn. Well, it is a rare experience to go to a drive-in movie. I haven't done it since Jurassic Park 2 came out.
That's right. We went to Jurassic Park 2 at a drive-in theater.
Yeah. That was the last time I've been to one. So, you know, like, there's not even that many movie theaters anymore. So, like, I rarely even go to a place that's playing old movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's like, you know, screenings at like independent cinemas in Philly. But a lot of the time it's, you know, I have a projector screen at home, and I feel like a lot of the time I go to those indie cinemas and it's like, all right, but I could just like watch like a screen this size at home.
Well, I think there's definitely a feeling that you get when you watch it with everybody that you can't get at home.
Oh, absolutely. The experience of seeing a blockbuster in the theaters is tremendous. I felt that very strongly when I saw Top Gun, which I think for me and a lot of people was like a return to the movies moment.
Uh-huh.
I felt that movie in my balls watching it with a crowd of people. It was awesome. But then again, when I went to the independent cinema to see Barbie, I kind of wished I'd been alone in my house. Not that Barbie was an independent cinema, it just happened to be playing there. I think we had waited too long. That seems impossible. It was impossible to wait too long to see Barbie. That shit was in theaters forever. But I saw I don't know why I saw Barbie in an independent theater, okay? Maybe it was sold out. It was sold out near me, okay? I went to see Barbie at like one of those independent theaters where like the men walk out and they're like, this really gave me a lot to think about. Now I'm thinking. Like that was the first fucking thing I heard as I walked out the door of that fucking movie. Like, I could have done without that. Thank you.
Yeah, there's some shit about people and public that I could do without. It's like, you know, there's so many console games that differ from arcade games because they're the kind of thing you play at home.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you couldn't be playing Pikmin at an arcade machine.
No, but what a beautiful idea that there would be a machine you could play this on. Hey, you. Come here. You want to come over to me? Hey. Oh, come here, darling. Come here. Let's see if Heidi will come over with me. Oh, sweetie pie. Poor Heidi had to go to the vet and get blood work yesterday. She's okay, but in order to get her very helpful arthritis medication, I hope you won't mind me disclosing your medical needs on the air, Heidi. In order to get that, I needed them to draw blood, and it really felt bad to let them muzzle her and take her blood. She's so old.
Oh.
I'm like, you know, I'll do anything for this dog, but like, if she seems okay, can you leave her alone, Doc? Just leave her alone if she seems okay. Anyway, she's fine. She forgives me. She's just being like the same amount of annoying today as she always is.
Well, she was just like running back and forth before, and it was because she couldn't jump up there with that computer and tripod in the way.
I know, she was so frustrated. Poor thing.
So she just like knocked the computer down and fell off.
Yeah. At her age, any disruption to the routine, she just gets disoriented, you know?
Yeah.
She's just lost. She needs everything. She's fine. She needs everything basically the same every day so that she can, you know, she can chill. Otherwise, she can't really chill. Yes, Barbie is Get Out for straight guys. That's hilarious. Men be thinking. Oh, man. Oh. See, Heidi got up again because I laughed too much. Poor dog.
Poor me.
Poor me. What do you want? You want to go down? You want to go down? All right, I'm going to try to help her.
Okay. Help Heidi. Heidi needs help. I'm not sure what you meant by help her. You took care of her, didn't you?
Yeah, I took care of her. The door and the staircase downstairs was closed, so she couldn't get out by herself.
Oh, I see.
She needed me to help her. She's gone.
Thank you for helping Heidi.
I helped her. Hi, Gabby. Pikmin, it's fire.
Did you know that it's been 30 years since Earthbound came out?
Since Earthbound came out. Yes, I did know that because I do read about video games on the internet.
Yeah.
It unfortunately doesn't have much, it doesn't have the same significance to me as it does to you. I have recently checked out some of the Earthbound games, but for one thing, I'm not very far into them, and for another, I'm just analyzing them academically in ways that you were free from when you played, which means
you're reading a history textbook on why Joe liked this game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, oh, this is a beautiful creation. I see. Oh yeah, I understand why people like. And that's not the same as personally experiencing the game, unfortunately.
No, I mean, you shouldn't be given the expectation that it, like, you know, I guess just by saying it's been 30 years is giving you an expectation, so sorry about that.
It's okay. I mean, Earthbound's legacy speaks for itself.
I rarely talk about it, but yeah, it's important to me. Like, when Smash Brothers came out, I was like, who's Ness? And then I played the game, and it, like, became my favorite game.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's eating them. It's like he's eating a little krill.
God damn you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing is, like, a video game sticks with you forever because of the place and time that you played it.
Yeah.
And when you're, you know, especially when you're young and growing, that has such an impact on you. And you go back and you're actually able to feel some of the feelings still of that experience that you once had. But if you had first encountered that experience as an adult, you would not have that.
Yeah, maybe. I was looking at the art and thinking about how 90s it looks and how it couldn't be made anymore in this way because we're not living in the 90s anymore.
Only by a fan of this, which would mean that it's a reaction to this aesthetic. It's not them actually, you know, making it then and there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's plenty of games that are trying to be like Earthbound by now.
What do you consider as adult age in regards to that? In regards to like that time where you can stop feeling that a game is formative to you? I think mid 20s, when your brain stops developing, is probably around the time that you stop being able to have that experience. And by the time you've reached mid 20s, you're not experiencing many things for the first time, except perhaps chronic pain, which you will continue to experience newly as an adult, as long as you shall live. But you know, your first this, your first that, the thoughts that were going through your head, the ways that your brain was calmed by games in those years. And shaped your perception as you were forming your own personal philosophies. Oh my god, it's just like a Looney Tunes bagog sound. It's so funny. Yeah, I would say, you know, by the time you're in like late 20s, you can't really feel that way anymore, I don't think. Unless, you know, I don't know. Unless video games were still you know, a large part of the way you explored the world. But I feel like, you know, if you even leave the house a bit, that does stop being the case at any point. I suppose if you never leave the house, you can feel this way about video games your whole life. But no, you won't. You won't, because you'll still be a miserable piss online talking about all the things that you remember when you were younger and how people don't get it anymore. It doesn't require leaving the house to be a miserable piss about getting old. You may as well leave the house. Don't try to keep the magic of video games alive. It will manifest in different ways. Through the eyes of a child. Or, you know, through an academic lens. That is how a lot of people...
Yeah, just have kids. Just have sex.
Just have sex, and eventually video games will become a big part of your life again. Well, you know, a lot of people go on to make video games. I don't know anyone, but, you know, I spend a lot of time analyzing video games academically, and that is like a very rewarding pastime for me. So even though I only play about 10 minutes of any game before I lose patience with it, I am absorbing a lot of pleasure from video games. But it's just completely different now. It's not the pleasure I got from playing Super Mario World or Yoshi's Island or Final Fantasy VII or Parasite Eve. I'm still replaying that, by the way. It still does it for me because got me at the right time. I love it. He just turns into blocks with numbers on them. I mean, you know, Hungriest Clone, you decide whether the game was that for you. You don't have to go by my guidelines. I'm really just, I am absolutely no authority on anything. You see, I'm sitting in front of video games with my brother while high. So like, don't take my word for it. If a game changed your life at any age, then that's exactly what it did.
Yeah, just ignore Meredith. That's what I'm doing.
You do not need to spend... You do not need to spend a single minute taking at face value any of the things we're saying. We're just here to hang out. You know, like, when you're just in a room with people and they're saying stuff, and like every once in a while somebody might be like, I don't know if that's true, but for the most part, everyone's saying stupid shit and getting away with it, right? Think of it as that. Me and Joe are saying stupid shit and getting away with it.
I don't know. I don't know if you were 23 when Pokemon came out or something. It's fine if you loved it at 23.
Of course.
Even though it was, in my opinion, it was like a direct hit for me because I was 10.
Yeah, you're right. Direct hits versus enjoying a game because it's good, right?
I mean, do you have a better chance of enjoying it if you're a child? Is that what you're saying?
I think it has a better chance of having an impact on you, like, long term.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, yeah, I was really into that game in my 30s. Well, when people say that, it's usually kind of a tragic story. Like, I mean, I think that's the other thing. Being a child means having, like, endless time for video games. And being an adult means just, like, desperately trying to carve out a few minutes to play some video games.
I don't know. It seems like the opposite with you and your son.
Me and my son, like, playing video games?
Oh, he barely gets any time to play.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. He
and
never
he
gets any time.
It, messing with the menus and stuff.
Yeah, no, he's desperate. He is absolutely desperate to play video games. I'm sorry. I just think he's too young to be addicted to video games. You know? I'm playing video games and smoking weed. I don't let him smoke weed either. All right, so look, I've definitely had thoughts like, if I let him play more video games, he'd get good at them more easily. But like, okay, so should I just like let my son waste hours and hours of his week?
No, I think he needs to be able to regulate his own gaming. Otherwise, he shouldn't have unrestricted access.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just don't think a 6-year-old is capable of doing that.
No, he's not, but you can still teach it as a value and he'll get it eventually, like he'll get the bike eventually.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, there comes a time when your child is just like, unless they're really punished, they're like, I'm taking this, I'm playing this right now, right? And you're not gonna fucking yell at them every time they do that.
Yeah.
Just everybody has different parameters for like when they should just like loosen their grip on that whole thing.
Under your thumb, goof.
Right. Pete still only lets PJ play video games for 30 minutes a week. But he lets PJ watch him play video games, which he does for hours every night.
Look what I got. I got this VR headset. You could watch me play it. Oh, that's so cool. Can I try?
Maybe when you're older. Does Pete ever promise anything in the future for PJ?
I don't know. I mean, if I was Pete, I'd probably give him lots of stuff to like shut him up and like keep quiet about like the weird shit in my marriage with my wife. Like,
right. As PJ gets older, he does have a little. Well, in the Goofy movie, the wife is not even in it.
She's not present. It's not explained where she is. But as far as we know, she's not in the picture because she's just not present at all.
No. Pete appears to be a single dad. He takes his son on vacation all summer long.
Well, yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh my god, I'm just getting all of them over. Die. Don't die.
Nice.
Oh
Wait, are they
God,
killing
please.
something in the water?
No, I'm trying to save them. They're stupid! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, they could go this way.
Nice. Right.
hate that.
Oh my god, just come. They died anyway.
Yeah, Pete is a single dad, presumably. And, I think, well, you know, I have my own beliefs about what happened to Peg, but it's too dark for this stream.
That's what oh right. You've said this before. You've threatened the darkness of your goofy theories at me before. It's okay. I won't pry further because you're probably right. Oh my god.
But yeah. Oh no! It's a gub. Get him.
Oh my god, killing this guy. This little beetle. He's running away.
I lost one of my guys. He's in the water and I can't get him.
No.
Oh, it's this thing.
I feel like so many video game trailers continue to resemble Pikmin. Like, just like this idea of like particles following you around while you do something.
Yeah.
You know, like you see a trailer for a game and it's like, oh look, there's little particles following me around.
Like little guys or just like little particle effects?
Little guys.
Ah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't see that ever, but I feel it's one of those things you feel like you see it all the time.
Yeah.
And have no specific examples to offer at all. It's because I don't pay attention to games like that. I see them on some trailer compilation, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'll continue not getting that game.
It's true. There are so many games that you like stop noticing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just like, that's like, I can already tell I'm not interested in this game. And like, is that true? I don't know. I mean, I'm not interested, so it doesn't matter if I would like it or not.
Did you watch the Nintendo Direct?
I watched a few of the Indie Direct trailers. I watched like Balatro / Suicide Squad and Pizza Tower.
Yeah. I think the only thing that really stuck out in my memory was a game called Date Everything, where you could date the objects in your house. They turn into hot guys and you could date them.
Is that like this year?
I don't know, maybe.
That was part of this year's Nintendo Direct?
Yeah, it was like the other day.
Date Everything. That's promising.
It looked really funny. I was laughing.
Like you can have a romance with things in your house?
Yeah, like the cup, the vacuum, I guess. Yeah, like the dishwasher, I suppose.
And is there a unique dating story written for each object in the house?
I guess so. They all have their own like specific design based on that object.
Are they anthropomorphic or are they just the object?
Yeah, they're like a human based on the object.
That sounds great. Is it a VN?
A visual novel?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know what makes it a visual novel.
There's no little guy moving around. It's just dialogue, profiles.
It's like first person.
Yeah. Oh, it's first person, so you're like walking through a room?
I mean, it's just like you see them. There's no you.
There's no you. You just see the people. Are they just like still frames talking to you with like dialogue selection, and that's the only gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and you can date the dialogue box.
That I've never seen before.
Yeah.
That's terrific. All right. No, this sounds good.
But I think a lot of the games didn't really. Wait, no, there was one game that was like a platformer that looked kind of interesting, but I don't remember what it was called.
I missed a few of these. What looked interesting? Who watched We watched all the Nintendo shit.
Nintendo shit.
Yeah. Something my dad might call it if he stepped on the Nintendo thing with bare feet. Get all this Nintendo shit off the floor.
He steps on like a gyromite spinner.
Yeah. Right, that's worth $800 now. Get this fucking Nintendo shit off the floor.
No Nintendo.
Oh man, it's like he's in the room with us.
Yeah, well, in our house, every video game was Nintendo.
Oh yeah, everything was Nintendo.
It was like Velcro.
Yeah.
Saying Nintendo meant any video game.
Right.
Nintendo PlayStation.
Yeah, Nintendo PlayStation. Yeah, and then we would try to calmly explain to our father that the Nintendo PlayStation was actually a failed concept that was turned into the Sony PlayStation. Dad.
And by this time, Dad's already killed the engine and turned off the Sony PlayStation.
Yep, right, because we're playing in the car on an inverter.
Yeah, we're at a gas station.
Yep. Oh my God, yeah.
Dad needs to turn Crash Bandicoot off. And we have to get to a point.
Get to a point. We gotta turn the engine off so we can fill the car with gas. We're like in South Carolina.
Yeah.
We've been driving. It's Christmas Day.
This is the worst enemy.
Oh no.
This frog.
Yikes. Oh, he
kills so many.
Yeah, we would be driving a Christmas Day, driving since the evening because it took forever to pack up. We're in the Carolinas, and Dad needs to stop and get gas, and he's waiting to, if he's being patient with us, he's giving us a minute to get to a point so we can shut the game down so he can get gas, so he can turn off the engine and get gas.
Yeah, I remember saving. He must have been nice.
No, he was. He tried to be. Sometimes he would be like, "Oh, for fuck's sake," and just turn off the engine because we weren't cooperating or because it was taking too long or whatever.
We were like waiting for Dr. Cortex to finish talking because we didn't know we could skip it.
Yes, we didn't know we could skip it. Just let it do it. Just let it do it. Like, the thing is, we've talked about this before. Our parents knew it was better to let us turn off the Nintendo ourselves than to turn it off for us. Like if they turned off the Nintendo, we would make them regret it. It was a serious, it was very much an issue of compromise.
Yeah, I think we won that console war.
I mean, ultimately, our parents couldn't take Nintendo away from us, but they could tell us to turn it off soon.
Yeah.
What do we think the next Nintendo console gimmick is going to be? Any guesses, Joe?
I don't know. I guess that's for them to know.
Yeah, if Nintendo's console gimmicks were that predictable, we wouldn't love them, right, folks?
I guess we wouldn't need them as badly. We could just have Microsoft do whatever comparable version of it.
It's true. They always introduce a new and playful mechanic about their consoles. We joke that it's a gimmick, but it is a call to developers to try something different, to try something mechanically different. What's so terrible about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Gimmick. I guess we use it so often that I don't even know if it's even a bad word anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
It's like when you get like a new level, it's like, so what's the gimmick of this level? It's like something you're looking forward to finding out.
Here's my made up one. I don't think anyone really succeeded at the folding screens thing, but what if Nintendo made a folding screen that you could adjust the angle of to get different outcomes?
Oh man. Well, I mean, they've done stuff like that. They could do that.
Seems fun.
They had a they had a lot of 2-screen devices.
Right.
Are they gonna bring those back?
Yeah, like
with
the
a
3D,
folded
the
screen?
3DS is this, right? As close to this as possible.
Because you think that folded screens are something that's been invented, but no one really cares, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Nintendo needs to do something with it because it's already obsolete.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Everyone was talking about folding screens just a few years ago, and now you never hear about them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's striking gold if you're Nintendo.
If you're Nintendo, it's a toy. A toy is what it's good for.
No! I forgot my guys. They're all gonna die.
Yeah, no, for sure. It could have an accelerometer, and it could, and you know, like there could be like design games where you're like bending it the way you want to sculpt something within the game, so it's tactile.
Yes, I saved them.
You did it.
Saved them at the last second.
Yeah, I doubt VR too for Nintendo.
Well, yeah, they already did a VR thing, and it was like putting one toe in the water.
What was that? You mean Virtual Boy?
No, the thing they did with the Switch, the Labo.
Oh,
is like
right.
a cardboard VR thing.
Gotcha. Right, but because that's the most they would do because they want it to be cheap so kids can play it.
They're probably also worried about it failing like the Virtual Boy did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm definitely thinking it's not that.
Well, no, because there's also, like too many gimmicks get really bad. Like, I think the Wii U was their biggest failure. They kind of didn't look back with the like gamepad. They went back to kind of like a more traditional console, the Switch.
Right.
But the Switch has a brilliant gimmick. It's like the Wii U's gimmick, but smarter. The whole thing is portable.
Yeah, exactly. And it's small and streamlined and powerful at the same time.
Yeah.
They were able to fit a lot of power into the little guy, and the controllers link up so well, and they're so easy to like set up on the little control pad. Like everything works, you know. It's easy to figure out, and it's very powerful. And there's like a lot of high quality titles on it.
Yeah. Yeah, everything Nintendo makes is made with the same philosophy, like starting with the Game Boy starting with the Game & Watch. They were taking old calculators that nobody wanted and turning them into video games.
They were using existing technology to make novel things.
Yeah. And using it in a way they called lateral thinking. Lateral thinking with withered technology.
That's really interesting. I mean, that's kind of what they did with the Famicom too, right?
Yeah, they do it a lot. It's like, I guess the Switch is probably made from the same CPUs they'd use for smartphones, right?
Yeah, you think so?
Maybe, because it's like it would be like in line with how they make their other stuff, that they would like have like a huge supply of like old, or maybe not old, but also not top of the line. Like if you compare the CPU from the Switch to the Steam Deck, the Steam Deck is like way more powerful. It could do more whatevers.
Right. But the Steam Deck is like fairly expensive.
Nintendo always took the less powerful route with their consoles.
Right. They want it to be affordable.
Right. The Game Boy won over the Game Gear, even though the Game Gear was backlit and had color.
Yeah,
and was
but
8-bit.
The Game Boy, the humble Game Boy, also could like hold a battery charge for much longer. The Game Gear was struggling to stay on without being plugged in.
Yeah, and it turns out that's a bigger issue than the color or the lighting.
Whether you can take it on like a bus or an airplane or something. Or in the backseat of your parents' car for your entire childhood.
Yeah. Is that going to last an entire road trip with the Game Gear?
We never took the Game Gear anywhere. We played it plugged in an armchair because it would last like less than an hour, it felt like.
I feel like we wanted to talk about how awesome the GBA was.
Totally. I just want to read what Lopsy said here, that the Game Boy and the Game Gear is like the game equivalent of the tortoise and the hare. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Game Boy Advance. I have one. Where did I put it? Is it over there? Oh no. I think Mike has it on another floor. But it is just like the little snappy one in particular, like the flip one.
Yeah.
Is such an incredibly powerful little system. It turns on perfectly. That shit never breaks down.
Yeah.
You can keep it forever. It's built like a tank. And it plays the entire Game Boy library, a Game Boy and Game Boy Color library, as well as an absolute fleet of Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah.
Truly portable, long-lasting, and powerful. The Game Boy Advance.
Oh yeah. Game Boy Advance was probably what I played the most when I was a teenager. I put that into my cartoon.
Right.
My character has a Game Boy Advance.
Out of his pocket.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, you love that part.
Yes, it's so funny.
But yeah, because like when you're really lonely and awkward and kind of a dickhead, like you have a Game Boy Advance.
And the Game Boy Advance falls out of your pocket when you're trying not to look pathetic and lonely in front of a girl. Like,
exactly.
Like it's so perfect. It is so perfectly vulnerable. He's running away. He's running away from her, and from his pocket falls the thing that he disappears by himself into.
In public.
In public. It just falls in front of the girl. Incredible.
So close. He came so close to death.
Well, we're at 10:30. Let's think about our heroes and villains. Oh, right. I wanted to introduce a new topic.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to plan this one a little bit better than we do heroes and villains, which is almost never. But I was thinking about hills. Like, what's your hill that maybe you're not ready to die on, but you're up there right now?
My hill. My hill that I'm not ready to die on?
You're not ready to die on it. You're not like 100% committed to it. So don't come and kill me.
What's your hill?
Oh, I don't have one. I just have the topic.
So I have to have the hill?
No. I'm just putting it out there for both of us right now. That I think I'd like to talk more about our hill. I mean, I think we do bring up our hill in other ways without explicitly summoning it. And maybe by summoning it, I'm dooming it to never come out. All right. Bubsy, Lopsy's already got a hill. That Bubsy 2 is worse than Bubsy 3D. Well, all right. So I've never played any of the Bubsy games, but I'm already agreeing with you. I feel that 2 very often sucks more than 3.
Yeah.
When it comes to the most cynical sort of endeavors, you've got 1 was totally unique. 2, total cash grab. Lazy shit. 3, a return to form.
Yeah, because the first one, they were really inspired. And the third one, they're like, what are we doing? We're not inspired like we once were.
Yeah, let's just be cynical and like reuse all of our old material. In this one.
No!
We'll play it for laughs this time, right? We'll play our old material for laughs. That's not the same as being good.
No, I mean, I've heard this. Oh, another part. I've heard this about Dark Souls, that the first game is good, the second game is what were they thinking, and then the third game is like the best one.
The best one, when they got their heads right again.
Yeah, they figured out what they wanted to say before, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, it has sort of a Zelda 2 effect where like people still like it because it's the most horrible to play of all of them.
I do love Zelda 2, but it is horrible to play.
Yeah, that's another one, Zelda 2. Well, that's not like a lazy cash grab. I guess I'm thinking of a different kind of 2. A 2 that's just like taxing and like way more complex than the original or something.
Right. And I mean, yeah, I could see that with video games. Like, I feel like my rule generally applies to movies, but because Lopsy mentioned the superiority of Bubsy 3D as a hill that they might be ready to die on, I just went and decided that that's the same as what I'm thinking, and that I might already know the reason.
Yeah. What? Let's see. Hills to die on, like, you know, like a thing. Is it like a thing that you like and you'll fight for, like Mystic Quest?
Or yeah, it could be something you like. That you're going to defend the goodness of. Or it could be something you're mad about that nobody else seems mad about. It sounds like Bubsy has a very narrow demographic of people who are familiar with Sonic and want something harder than that.
Oh.
Bubsy dies quickly and has bad controls equals bad game.
Yeah.
But Ghosts and Goblins dies quickly and bad controls. Yeah, people love Ghosts and Goblins.
Well, you know, these games have something that good games don't. They're funny.
Yeah, that is 100% true. There are a lot of games that are funny that are also just like punishingly hard. But because they're funny, you're gonna play, right? You're gonna play.
Yeah.
Like Earthworm Jim. Does anybody think the gameplay in that's the best feature?
Oh my god, it's so hard. It's like really not fun.
Like Dragon's Lair? Can you believe anybody even fucking plays that? But they do, because they want to see those really funny animated sequences.
Yeah, that's true. You can get very far being funny in making a game funny.
Yeah, if you can, once you've got their attention, if you can do a little dance, then it's okay if your gameplay sucks. That's what I've found.
Yeah. You did a little dance. You put some of your soul into it, like. That's what people really need from a game. Otherwise, they'd all just be the same.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Since I know you hate this, but since you're here, what do you think about a video game that looks like this? I love it. You just played Pikmin all night. It's great.
Did you want to show something else like Pikmin 2?
Oh, no, that's okay. I mean, it's up to you. I'm fine to just watch this though.
Oh no!
No! Oh my god, they panic so much. It's so stressful.
Yeah, I know. You can save them, but oh
dying.
My god. They are very dying.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to like get these guys out of here so that I don't have to like come back later and oh my god, this is so fucked. Those guys are going to have to die because I have to go around this entire thing to get those guys up there to save them. If they're not in your party, they die. Oh my god, I'm going to lose like another 10. Alright, well, I'll save these. Don't drink the syrup. They like the syrup, but if they drink the syrup, they're going to die. Well, you know, I had a hero, Itoy, who made Earthbound, is a good hero, I think. He also made that book, the Hobonichi Planner.
That's right, my Hobonichi Planner that I write all of my out-of-the-house video game development notes in.
Yeah, he's like more known for that than Earthbound, I think.
I think that's great. I think that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Like a perfect artistic life would be creating something beautiful when you're young that people just love and adore for like the rest of time, and then settling on a product that sells and making it as good as you can and just making a lot of money doing that for forever more. And the two don't have to be the same thing.
Yeah, like the fact that he made a game, it doesn't completely define him.
No.
He's like above it.
I mean, I feel like that's true of everybody, you know? Like enough years go by and somebody asks you about something from enough years ago and you're just like, I can't say I enormously remember what it was like to be making that. I've moved on. You know?
Yeah, well, his game got canceled for the N64, and he eventually got to make it for the Game Boy Advance, Mother 3,
Right.
and it was good. It was maybe a good thing that it got canceled because the art style went back to 2D, and it was better.
Right.
Do you want to play some Wave Race?
Sure, if the controller works. Or should I just play it by myself?
Well, we'll see, I guess. Maybe this one doesn't work.
What is this? Why am I able to move? It looked like I was just moving UI around.
But yeah, it was a great game, but like he's another person aside from that. He sells planners and stuff.
He sells planners.
He like makes advertisements, I think, is his career.
You bet.
Yeah, he works in advertising.
I think what his job was coming up with slogans.
Wow. He sounds like he's good at his
Welcome to
job.
Dolphin Park. This is day 1 of the circuit.
Hey, Serena. It's Luis here in the pit. Can you hear me okay? Listen, we're all set to go, so let's show them how it's done, huh? Good luck.
I did not play too much of this, so
No,
I
don't
do
think I
not
ever
remember
played
it.
Looks good.
Hit the gas the instant the light
This
turns
yeah,
green,
this is
shoot off the
cool.
line.
Why can't we both play?
He just told her how to play. He just told a professional water skier how to ski. Professional ski doer, right?
A doer.
Just on the turbo.
Oh no. Oh miss.
That's right.
Why is like
All right.
the announcer just like reacting to every last thing that I do? That's all right.
You're in the turbo. Time to fly.
Like, is he my coach? He's not talking to anyone but me. It's like strangely intimate.
It's like a radio in your ear.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, what are you doing later? I feel very close to you, coaching you like this. Do you feel the same way? You don't have to answer right now. Obviously, finish the race first, and then tell me yes or no. Will you be my girlfriend?
You got it.
You got it. I'm here to encourage you, baby.
Turbo time.
Baby, I'm so proud of you.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna give you a big hug when you finish this race. I'm just gonna press you into my body. Hold you there for a long time. And then I'm gonna be like, whoa, what was that? Did that go on a little longer than usual? I'm just wondering what this is, baby.
You're in the turbo. Time to fly.
I'm getting all of that from this voice. I can't be crazy here.
That's the way it goes sometimes. It'll be okay.
I am? That
It's
he
just
just comforted me
What?
while rubbing my back.
That doesn't mean anything. He didn't call you baby.
He said baby.
All right, I guess I'm just not hearing it, not listening for it.
He's gaslighting me. Normal? I don't know what normal means.
You bet.
All right, I'm gonna be this girl again. Wait, is it the same guy is it the same coach for every person, or am I just lucky?
I played this game once. I don't remember anything.
Okay, that's fun.
Welcome to Ocean City Harbor. This is day 1 of the circuit.
Did you want to talk about Aladdin at all?
Sure.
Hit the gas the instant the light turns green, and you'll shoot off the line.
Yeah, we saw Little Mermaid and Aladdin in 35 millimeter at the drive-in movie theater. Man, that was so much fun. Just eating a whole bag of popcorn.
Oh my god.
Fun.
Fun.
Good shit. The dog looking around the next morning for popcorn.
Oh yeah, the dog spent the entire morning. Like, everyone left. We were just taking our time getting out of there. And the dog is just scouring the entire campsite and just getting so much old popcorn.
If I ever die and come back as a bird, I'm gonna hang out there all the time.
Yeah, right?
Eating popcorn and watching movies.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Just eating a whole bag of popcorn. Free refills. Just eat popcorn until you explode.
And yeah, they had Aladdin.
The yellow buoy's
And
on the left. Nice. That's it.
yeah. No Will Smith in this one.
No Will Smith. Just Robin Williams doing all kinds of voices he wouldn't be allowed to do anymore.
Yep. Yeah, it's just Robin Williams being Robin Williams, or I guess he's being someone else. Oh, here's a good hill to die on.
Oh no. Oh no. I never should have asked for this.
No, I was trying to crack this one open. Robin Williams doing accents. It's
Well done.
I agree with that.
You agree with that. Well, all right. But when you say that, you have to be more specific. Do you think Robin Williams should be allowed to do that? Or do you think like any asshole should be allowed to do that?
You got it.
Any asshole should be allowed to do it, but it shouldn't be, I guess it shouldn't be anyone's problem unless there's entertaining as Robin Williams.
Well, yeah, I think that's it really, is like, if you're gonna do that, you've really got to dance, right?
Let's go.
I think he sang in that voice.
Yeah, he did sing in that voice. And everyone was like, this is fine. It's Robin Williams, and we don't care about this kind of thing yet.
No, well, we don't care. We don't know. Like, nobody knows that was Robin Williams doing the guy at the beginning.
No, I didn't know that until years later.
He didn't want you to know that.
No, he's... All right, I'm gonna try another guy.
But it had more to do with, like, he didn't want his name being used to promote the movie.
Right. Because celebrity voice acting in Disney movies was, like, not a thing.
Well, there were celebrity voices like Vincent Price, but it wasn't like the guy who was like really famous right now, like him, right? Wasn't Robin Williams like really big in 1991?
Oh yeah, no, I could not wait to see Robin Williams in Aladdin.
Yeah, you already knew who that was?
Yeah.
From what?
What did he do before Aladdin that I would have known about?
You got it, man.
I knew that I already knew about Robin Williams. Maybe I'd just seen him on talk shows and stuff with our parents.
That's the red buoy's on the right, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, I don't know, because I guess he's been in a lot of stuff. But for me, the first experience of him was Genie.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think I saw that in theaters, right? When I was, like, a baby.
I think, yeah, you would have been very little, but...
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw Mork and Mindy before Aladdin. I don't think so. I would have had to be like a 6-year-old watching Mork and Mindy on Nick at Night. Like, seems unlikely. At 6 years old, if the cartoons ended, I was done for the night.
Yeah, he didn't do other cartoons before that, did he?
No.
Hey, man, if you miss one more buoy...
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire was after. No, I never saw Popeye. No.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how I knew about... all right. Okay, here's a guess. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe what I knew Robin Williams from was months and months of hype about Aladdin leading up to the release. I saw video after video of this funny man doing his lines.
Yeah.
And doing interviews, and I mean, he did like there was like quite a big lead up to this movie. Oh man, I sucked. Wanna play?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He was well known because they were using his celebrity status to promote the movie, and they're not actually paying him that much. Didn't he just get like $50,000 to be the genie?
Really?
That's what I heard from a YouTube video.
I'm ready.
Can we confirm that Robin Williams was only paid $50,000 to do the genie? He got paid scale.
Welcome to Dolphin.
What does that mean?
I think it means more than a flat rate. He gets paid as the movie succeeds. But then don't movies just report losses so as not to pay anyone scale? Isn't that how that scam works? Oh, union scale. Okay. All right, I understand.
Union scale.
So does that mean that's how much it was? $50,000? Or he got paid more than that? 50,000 sounds right, yeah. All right. Well, I suppose this was a new frontier, right? A celebrity voice actor in a cartoon? In a massive cartoon?
Yeah. Yeah, it made them millions because they made lots of other movies based on the formula of getting the guy.
Right. Getting the guy. Oh, right. He didn't want it to compete with toys. Okay. Right. A movie nobody remembers. A movie that I rented many years later. I can't tell you a single thing that happened in it.
But you remember the genie really well.
Yeah. I remember the genie, and then I remember all the other movies he made after that. I remember Mrs. Doubtfire. I remember Jumanji. Hook.
You ever see World's Greatest Dad?
No. Was that's super late era, right? Like 2008?
Yeah. It's one of those movies.
Yeah. No, he wasn't in good movies in the 2000s. The last time I saw Robin Williams in anything before he died, he was on an episode of Louie, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but he had a genuinely sad look about him. There was sadness in his eyes. I'm not saying I knew what was coming, but he seemed a little out on his luck when I saw him in Louie. When you sort of get the impression that a showrunner is throwing someone a bone, trying to make them look good because they love them.
Welcome to Lost.
That was a bit of the vibe I got from that Louie appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we had Mike on for the downward trajectory of Robin Williams. He did a bunch of bad movies.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to Jim Carrey. But Jim's kind of bounced back. Okay, Robin Williams got paid $75,000 for Aladdin, and his usual asking fee was $8 million. He was so happy about Good Morning Vietnam.
Jim Carrey was in the new there's like a new Sonic movie. I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah.
Thought he was pretty funny.
Yeah, Oscar loves those movies.
Yeah.
And that's going to be how he knows Jim Carrey until The Mask is not too scary for him. Like, I watched a little of The Mask with him, and he was like, when does he go back to the part where he's Stanley?
Oh.
He didn't like the mask parts. He liked the parts where Stanley and Milo are together.
That's so cute.
Yeah. But then we turned off the movie, but we did talk about it a bit more, and he said, I wonder if the dog could put on the mask. And we were like, oh dude, and showed him like the video of the dog putting on the mask later on in the movie. I think we might be able to try that one again.
Yeah.
He figured out what would happen in the climactic scene. Batman Forever, you say, is underrated. That's the one.
Southern
That's the one with the nipples through the armor, right? Or do a lot of them have the nipples through the armor? Batman Forever is the really campy one, right? Oh no, I'm thinking of Batman and Robin with Mr. Freeze, right? That one's pretty great. Yeah. I don't know much about Batman Forever, honestly. I've maybe seen. That's one of those.
Well, Jim Carrey was in it.
Yeah. I think. Who else was in it? Tommy Lee Jones, and Nicole Kidman. Yeah, I've only that's a very like on the screens at Caldor kind of movie for me. Like you go to a department store and there'd just be like 30 screens and they'd all be showing that movie.
I heard that Tommy Lee Jones hated working with Jim Carrey.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Gabby said the exact same thing at the same time. He says Tommy Lee Jones went up to Jim Carrey and said, "I don't like you and your goofiness." That's wonderful. I can imagine him saying exactly that. That's beautiful. Don't you love when you hear celebrity gossip that you could just like perfectly imagine them saying it?
Yeah, like John Lovitz being the shit out of Andy
That's
Dick.
exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I can picture it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, who's just like, I don't want to be in your life. Exactly that. God damn.
Past the yellow buoys on the left. Excellent. Yeah.
Well, we are almost at closing time. Any final thoughts for the show? Oh right, Drew Barrymore was in that movie too. Yeah, what a star-studded
Caldor dumpster tier garbage Batman movie.
Yep. Yeah, just a pile of shit with celebrities in the center. Well, no, it's a pile of shit with celebrity candy coating on the outside. You got something?
Do I got something?
You don't have to. It's almost 11.
Well, I was a little sad to hear that. Oh no, this is sad. I was sad to hear that Rachel Lillis died. The
Remind
voice
me.
of Misty.
Oh yeah, I think we actually mentioned this on the last stream. I think it was more than a week ago.
Oh, did we actually talk about this?
No, we just did an RIP and maybe did a voice from one of the Pokemon puzzle games in her honor. So, you know what? She deserves 2 weeks of our attention. Give it up for Rachel one more time.
Yeah.
But let's not end on that thought. Let's come up with another thought to end on.
Well, like I wrote down that like in Aladdin, like they made a remake of Aladdin and they removed a line about slaves.
I thought the line was about how they'll cut your ear off if they don't like your face.
They also changed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the line about slaves?
Like the Will Smith one. Oh, the line about slaves. It's in Prince Ali. It's like he's got slaves, he's got servants and flunkies.
What do they? Oh, you mean they changed it in the new? Well, of course they changed it in the new movie. I thought you meant they went back and changed it.
Yeah, no. I mean, I just think it's interesting that at every point Disney thought they were being sensitive.
Right. You're absolutely right. That is worth
like,
talking
even during
about.
the Aristocats, probably they thought they were being sensitive. It's like,
my
wouldn't
God.
it be fun to have like a cat that's like a Siamese cat and he looks Asian, and like there's also like a Russian cat and
Oh my God.
like an Austrian cat.
Oh my God, there's like so many offensive jokes in that movie. And yeah, you're absolutely right. At any given time, they thought they were being so wholesome and doing due diligence. And every time they are just like treating so lightly something that is going to be very sensitive very soon. It is pretty amazing that Disney, like, if you can count on them for anything, it's that. So, like, just imagine how horrifying all the movies they've made in the last 10 years are going to be to us someday.
Yeah, and the Robin Williams accents are still going to be funny and hold up.
He got away with it. He transcended something there, you know? At least, you know, in my mind. Maybe most people don't agree with me, but I feel like people still love the genie quite a bit.
Yeah, that was fun, that movie. It was good seeing it in 35 millimeters.
It was. And, what else did I have to say about it? I'm sorry, I'm just reading about everyone talking about watching the Aristocats as a kid and loving everything about it and like realizing later that it feels terrible to watch it.
It's like, you know, I don't agree with their portrayal of this Asian cat, but I sort of like the idea of a cat that looks like an Asian person because it's a Siamese cat. Like, I don't hate that.
I mean, I understand what you mean in just like in terms of likenesses. If you're anthropomorphizing creatures, you would have like a variety of them, but like the point of view from which it comes is like really quite despicable. Like,
yeah.
That's like, yes, I would like if we would all agree to just not be assholes and try things. But it does not seem that that's possible. So instead,
unless you're a broadcaster like Robin Williams on a microphone, just like doing voices, and like people don't know what your skin color is. They think you're someone else when you start doing a voice.
Because he would reliably become the voice that he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I suppose that's true. I don't know what the modern discourse about Robin Williams is, frankly. But I'm certainly not going to figure it out at 11 p.m. Great short and sweet topic to bring in at the end of the show. But this was a fun one.
Yeah,
I hope
the game froze.
Oh, your game froze. It's time to say goodnight. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you on the next one.